So now we're coming to the darts.
Strange geometric patterns on the cave walls.
Concave, and people put paint on their fingers and then they marked the rock like that.
Similar patterns, known as entoptic images, are often reported by modern humans entering an altered state of consciousness.
There are a limited number of geometric shapes that are wired into the human nervous system that appear in glowing forms within one's vision.
Entoptic images appear superimposed over normal vision and are thought to be generated in the visual cortex, the part of the brain where signals from the eyes are processed. Dots arranged in lines and grids, crosshatches and zigzags, appear in many of humanity's oldest artworks. Professor Lewis Williams believes many of these geometric images are a record of shamans, exploring the hidden depths of their minds.
Another very important form is the vortex or the spiral, which represents almost throughout the world the tunnel or the entrance to the spirit world. So that going through the vortex, the shaman then comes out on the other side in a completely new spiritual realm.
It's very different from having wishful fantasies or be doing some daydreaming. You know, it's literally it's an inner travel comparable to the space travel.
Pioneering consciousness researcher Stanislav Grof has spent more than 4 decades researching the science of the ancient shamans. He says shamans also used breathing techniques to alter their consciousness. He teaches modern travelers to produce a mild form of oxygen deprivation in the brain, similar to that experienced by climbers at high altitudes. Grof believes the non-ordinary states this can produce were a fundamental part of all ancient cultures.
The Western industrial civilization is really the only group of people throughout human history that does not hold the non-ordinary states in high esteem. Every other group sort of a tremendous appreciation of these states, and they spend a lot of time and energy trying to develop very safe and effective ways of inducing these non-ordinary states.
Human consciousness remains largely a mystery to science. It's believed our awareness comes from a complex interaction between sensory signals, memories, and the subconscious mind. Grof and others argue the subconscious plays a more powerful role than we imagine, that we use it to develop ideas, and through the ages, our ancestors used it to develop human intelligence.
The ideas, the inspiration that can come from the ordinary states can help later when the person returns into the ordinary state, you know, to substantially improve one's way of being in the world.
Advocates of this theory suggest inspirational ideas can come from a transpersonal realm, hidden from everyday awareness. That the dreamlike imagery in altered states often contains solutions to the questions on our minds.
Many people in the transpersonal field feel that all genuine, really deep creativity comes from the transpersonal realms. Obviously, you have to do your homework. I mean, you have to sort of consume somehow the information of a particular discipline. You have to be aware of the problems. You have to define them very clearly. But the solution very frequently comes in a non-ordinary state.
Some of modern science's great discoveries have occurred in dreamlike flights of the imagination. In 1862, after dreaming of a snake biting its tail, chemist August Kepler predicted the circular structure of the benzene molecule, a breakthrough vital to understanding the chemistry of life. Molecular researcher Dr. Kary Mullis started a genetic revolution in the 1990s when he designed an innovative DNA cloning technique. He credits the discovery to an altered state's flight along a strand of DNA. Even Albert Einstein claimed some of his theories, including the groundbreaking theory of relativity, came to him while he was in a twilight state.
I think there's a great deal of evidence that intelligence originally was quite modular, very much like a Swiss Army knife, where each blade, each part of the knife has a specific task to perform. The shaman probably pulled all of these factors together better than anybody else in the society.
All right, Carol, come on back now. Come on back to the booth here in the lab. It's time to be ending the session. You've been gone quite a while now. Come on back. That's better. I can see that you're back now. Very good. Well, welcome back. How was your experience?
Oh, wow. I started out from here, sort of floating up through the roof of this, through the ceiling, and I went up, out through the building, and I was looking at the building from up above. And then it was like I flew over the whole scenery here up to like a cabin that's up on the hill, and I was looking at the cabin from the outside. And then from there, I was out in this space. All of a sudden, I felt this being come close to me and couldn't really see it. I could just sort of feel this energy